Okay, so the season's done. We've had some small issues with the engine as far as the last time we went to Mexico and did some testing, and it's probably related to a problem I found earlier in the spring where number 5 cylinder was down on compression. Most of the cylinders, well, all of them, are between 145 and 150. And the number 5 hole was down to 85 to 90 pounds. So what I did to remedy that was I ran a plug that was, I think, 2 steps hotter, and I went from running high test to 89, pulled a little bit of timing out of it, and I put down some of the best times, well, the best times the car's ever ran. So it's time to come out and get it fixed, and I'm going to show you how I do it. Okay, so this is where we're at. Valve covers are off, carbs off, all of the accessories in the front are off. Getting ready to pull the radiator out. I had a problem getting this on the driver's side, that bell housing bolt loose. I'll roll in a picture right now of me actually standing in the engine compartment, breaking it loose. If I was going to do it again, I would do like I'm going to finish doing today. I would have pulled the heads, intake, everything off. It makes more space to get your hands down there. I slightly rounded off the head of the fastener on that side, but I did get it off. I got it to break loose, so it's going to be able to come out, but there's an easier way to do it, and as I sift through this process, I'm also going to try and clean up some smaller things that are in the way, like some of that wiring back there is just, I don't know how necessary it is. Most of it runs over here, and I don't even know what that stuff does. We have a small block Chevy mechanical pump. I don't have wipers anymore. I have headlights, HEI distributor, or some type of electronic ignition. So other than that, I don't know how much power we have to keep running back there. So we might do a little bit of cleanup as far as that goes. Something to keep in mind as you're working on your car, always remember to use the car as a place to put stuff down, like your favorite cup of coffee, or fasteners, your phone, the engine plate, your Harbor Freight stuff, boxes, spare tools. Because if you don't, it'll end up over there and you'll never find it. Okay, quick recap. This is the roller rockers that I use. These are stainless pieces. They're 1/6s and they're by Elgin. And the heads that I ran are the Assault Racing. They're 205 on the intake, 64cc chambers, and the valve springs are 146 outside diameter. And I had a lot of success just taking them out of the box, putting these on it, and running them. Okay, so I've got everything laid out. Intake's over there. These are the heads, and these are the plugs. And I've got it laid out. Let's see if we can do it like this. This is how it was actually setting in the car. And I'm gonna take some decent pictures of this and bounce them off what I've got in here, especially that cylinder right there. That's the bad one. The top of the piston, it does look like there was some detonation there. So I'll know a little bit more once I get it out and pulled apart. Okay, so this is the engine bay. Ended up having to take it out from the side, and when we cut the hood, everything was kind of off to this side. This motor mount right here is not like that one. But anyway, torque convertible, can't speak. Torque convertible, try that one more time, take 3. The torque converter bolts were on there pretty snug, and the lower 2 bell housing bolts on each side were on with about 75 ooga-doogas. So we got transmission fluid everywhere, and I don't know where it's coming from. That's a new one. So anyway, it's out, and definitely gonna have to do something with the Y pipe, especially on that side. What I thought was a nasty tick was probably the exhaust leaking a lot on that end. So let's find out where the transmission fluid's coming from.